Hello, I am Mrs. Ruma Dhanvate, Assistant Professor, Aryan College of Arts, Commerce and Science. And in this video lecture, I'll give you a brief introduction on Database Management System, that is DBMS. Now, before the introduction to Database Management System, let us see what is data and what is information, and what is the difference between data and information. Now, suppose I'm giving you something like this: A, B, and C, and in front of each of these alphabets or letters, I write the numbers 10, 20, and 5 respectively. What does it mean to you? Now, it can be anything. These are simply the numbers. Some can say that A, B, C are the alphabets with numbers 10, 20, and 5. Some can say that A can be replaced by 10, B can be replaced by 20, and C can be replaced by 5. Now for everyone, this ABC and 10, 20 and 5 can be different things. Okay. Now, but when we give some context to to this data, this is also called as a raw data. Now, when you give some meaning to it, it becomes information. For example, if I say that ABC represent the city and 10, 20 and 5 are the fare for the respective cities from a particular place. Now, does it make sense? Yes, it does. It means that from this particular place, if you are going to the city A, the fare will be 10. For city B, it will be 20, and for city C, it will be 5. Now, this is one way. Now, if I say A, B, C are the subject and the subject codes are 10, 20, and 5. Now, generally, when you fill your examination form, or even if you see your syllabus, for each of the subjects, a subject code is written, isn't it? Now, similarly, ABC can be a subject and subject code can be 10, 20, and 5. Now, in the previous slide, I simply showed you that ABC, the number, the alphabets or the letters, and 10, 20, and 5 in front of them respectively. Now when I am adding some information like city fare or subject code, or for example stationery items and price, it makes sense, right? So what is data? Data is something which is a raw facts, simply something which is not organized. Now when you process a data or give some context to it or meaning to it, it becomes an information. So data is raw unorganized facts that needs to be processed, and when data is organized, structured, and presented in a given context or a particular context, it becomes an information. Okay, so data are the facts or details from which information is derived. Now, individual pieces of data are rarely useful. So, for data to become information, it needs to be put into context. Now, let us start with the introduction to DBMS. Now, DBMS stands for Database Management System. Now, it can be broken into database and managing the database, which is the management system. So database is a collection of data and management system is a set of programs to store and retrieve those data. Now it is a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access those data. The collection of data, usually referred to as a database, contains information relevant to an enterprise. Now we will see with an example what is the database management system. Now here for an example, I'm taking student as an example, as a first example. Now when you generally fill any of the forms, whether of a university or of any of the colleges, for taking admission or for applying for the examination or for filling the examination form, what is generally in your forms? Your name, your class, your address, the subject, and the marks that you have obtained. Now what is this? Now name, class, subject, address and marks are related to you. Okay, you don't fill others details, right? Now you are filling the detail of your own. So you are a student and your details or the data you are filling in a form is name, class, address, subject, and marks. Now this is called as the data related to a student. That in this previous slide we have seen that it is an interrelated data. So this is a related which is related to you, that is student. Now for another example, everyone uses a mobile, right? Now, or everyone has a mobile, and that to smartphones these days. So what do you go for? You see for the brand, the color, the price, the manufacturing year, and the model number. Okay, and the features as well of the mobile. Now depending on these features, brand, color, price, and your choices, you decide which mobile you want to buy. Now this brand, color, price, manufacturing year, and model number are related to a mobile. Okay, so what are these? These are the data related to the mobile. Okay, now if I do not write anything instead of mobile, if I write a car, does it apply? Yes, the car also has a brand, a color, price, manufacturing year, and the model number. So when you specify something, it gives you the correct way to recognize the things or organize data. There can be number of things which are related to it. Now, we can take another example. For example, pen. You can go for a color of a pen, the company which makes the pen, the price of the pen, the type of the pen, and so on. Then something related to the students, very common, which are books. Now, what can be the data related to a book? In your syllabus, the books are given for reference, right? Now, what are those things? You go for the subject, then the name of the book, the author of the book, the publishing company, the price, and the edition as well. So, what are these things? These are all the data related to a particular entity, right? So this is what we are doing in the database management system. So if you want to save a data related to to a student, I will make a database related to a student in which everything related to the data will come. Sorry, with the student will come. Similarly, when you go for a mobile or a car or a pen, you will make a database related to that particular thing only. So database systems are designed to manage the information and define the structure for storage of information. It also provides mechanism for the manipulation of information, and it must ensure the safety of information stored. Now defining structure for storage of information, like you have seen in student, we have taken marks, roll number, address, and name. If you want to add something else, for example, if you want to add your phone number, you can also do that. So what you are doing is you are defining the structure on how the information has to be stored. Then, for example, if you want to change the marks of a student, for example, you have got very bad marks and you go for revaluation and your marks get increased. So what do? You manipulate the information. Okay, so you change the marks in the database. So that is the thing, that providing mechanism for manipulation of information. Now, they must ensure the safety of information stored. It means that information which is stored, uh, only authorized people should have access to it. Okay, nobody can come and change the data in your database. Thank you.